Hello everybody and welcome to another watercolor tutorial. We're going to be painting this really easy painting using watercolor's natural ability to blend using the wet and wet technique. The first thing that I did is I just taped both sides and the top of a piece of paper that is sort of the size and shape of a bookmark. So if I had to guess, I would say this is like 2 inches by 6 inches, but the size doesn't really matter. You just want to paint in a very narrow landscape position. So what we're going to do is we're first going to apply a very light wash just so there's a little bit of color, but we want this color to be very, very faint. And we're just going to be applying it to, I would say, the top half or maybe the top 2/3 of our piece of paper. And once we have done that, I'll move on to the next step. So you do want it to be nice and light, and you do want a fairly straight horizon line. Okay, so now that we have that, if you have cotton paper, then you can take your time a little bit more, but if you don't have cotton paper, you might have to work a little bit quicker for this portion, just because cotton paper holds water much better than non-cotton paper. And we're just gonna load our paintbrush up with, I'm gonna use black mixed with blue, but it's gonna be almost completely black. You can honestly use whatever color you want. You just want it to be extremely pigmented. And you don't want too much water, otherwise it might spread out too much. Because right now we're gonna be painting on our trees. So, I'm gonna paint one big tree here. Big-ish. Like so. And maybe another big one right beside it. And we're just letting the natural watercolor effect sort of spread out the pigment. And I'm just going to paint some smaller trees over here. And then some tiny ones over here. Maybe another small one. And you can add some more pigment in the center of them. Because they've spread out, they kind of lost a lot of their color. So you can just add a little bit more right in the bottom center of each one. Now we are going to take, you can use either water or really watered down black or gray acrylic paint. And we're just going to paint our horizon line. And this horizon line doesn't have to necessarily be completely straight. So I'm gonna kind of make it a rolling mountain almost. So I'm gonna start here. Actually, no, we do have to be a little closer to the trees. So where there are trees, we do have to be a little bit closer. So I'm just gonna leave a very small white gap. Like so, and then I'm gonna come, because there are no trees here, I'm going to come down a little bit and then go back up for these trees. What we're going to do now is we are going to paint on the trunks of the trees. And when we do that, we're going to extend that trunk right onto our horizon line. And that's going to spread out some of that ink. So it's almost going to look like a shadow that's coming from the tree. And you can help it along a little bit, just painting along that horizon line. I don't really like how harsh these shadows are, so I'm just applying a little bit of water and spreading them out a tiny bit. That looks a lot more gentle there. That's basically it. We can add a few accents. You don't have to, but you can add just a few little random, I don't know what this is, vegetation or lines or something, just to add a little bit more variety to the painting. But other than that, we're all finished. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will see you in next week's video.